Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I am just kind of watching our precise assembler work. I'm crafting up 500 of these high computation things. Just waiting for everything to get crafted up. And it seems to be working okay. Signalium seems to be taking a little while. Don't know. I don't know which part is like causing issues. I mean, it's going. I don't think it's being blocked by the size of this ingredient buffer, although I could switch that. I'll switch it to the bigger one. Could probably. Maybe it was. I don't know. Like, maybe it was being bottlenecked by that. Then the old copper is one of the bottlenecks. So, as we can see, we have quite a few things going on here. I've never crafted up the multi-block arc furnace. So we're relying on... I mean, it's pretty quick, but it just doesn't do multiple at a time. It doesn't do parallels, so... When you are crafting up 21,000 of it, it does take a little while. I don't even know what... Alright, I believe we have these all... I think we have everything. At this point, we have all these weird alloys and stuff already done. We don't have that, though. Just a block, too. Nothing super fancy. I don't know, maybe I'll just do that as, like, a little bit of a side project. But as you can see, we are just chugging along here. I have crafted up parts of this. We need 500 more coils. So I'm crafting up parts of it so it's not all at once. And like the iridium, I've crafted up 3,000 of those. And yeah, I've gone ahead and crafted up a bunch of circuits and stuff. So I think this is actually going, to be honest, this is actually going pretty easy. It's just taking a little bit of time to smelt everything up, as you can see. But yeah, this is pretty quick. Also, there's still some weirdness with that, and I don't know where the other... It seems to work out in the end, but once it goes through all this stuff, we'll have like a little leftover. And I don't know why. Yeah, so we have a little leftover. It ends up working out in the end. It must be... I'm assuming it's like using it. Might be using it in like one of these recipes or something like that. Not sure, but alright. So we'll let that just work, and then we'll start getting our thing, the compact fusion. Oh, so I started auto placing it or whatever. And as we can see, the input hatches can be replaced, but it's not with the casings, it's actually with the the glass. This auto placed it for me. So that tells me you don't actually need a hatch every single one. You can just replace it, but it has to be with the glass. So not the casing, like I thought, the glass. But I'm assuming the energy hatches, which are going to be over here. So that's an energy hatch, energy, and then there's 4 on the other side. I'm assuming these can be replaced with casings. I'm guessing you don't need 32 fusion or 32 energy hatches. And I think this does work with GregTech energy and laser hatches. I don't think you could just like keep overclocking this over and over and over again. So like feeding it 256 amps of UHV, I don't think that's going to do like 87 million parallel. I think it just depends on the recipe, to be honest. But each energy hatch gives 20 million EU capacity, and we need the 640. So 32 energy hatches. What I'm thinking is doing UHV 16 amp energy hatch and seeing if that like counts as 32. I don't know how that's going to work with this. So that is kind of the plan. But yeah, I just need to craft up the coils and then we can start placing this. How cool does this look though? We're going to have coils running through the middle. So, yep. There is still a little bit of space. So you'll be able to see the coil kind of running through the glass. It's really cool. All right, well, let me just get this stuff crafted up. Might be a while in real life time, but we'll be right back. All right, I decided I am actually going to upgrade our thing now. Now that our main line, and I guess this one is kind of like an offshoot of our main line, is upgraded to what, like 8.5 billion EU per tick. I think I want to upgrade this. Now, I believe it does work with the laser hatches. If it doesn't, I'll do 64 amps of UHV, but pretty sure these have to correspond with the correct tier. So I can't just do like I can't do the ZPM 1000 amps or whatever. They do have to actually be the UHV. I think it has to match, if I remember. It's just so you don't use it to get around gating. Just see, that is getting power. That is getting power. Because I have a bunch of stuff in here, and I don't want it to avoid it. Although we may run into some voiding issues if I've done this wrong. All right, so that should be I just turned on. I don't know. We'll see. Does this have power? Yeah, it does have power. All right. So that's on. That's on, and I think I put that one back on. Yeah. All right, cool. So, in theory, now this is being powered with UHV. Unfortunately, if we want to upgrade it, I can't do... I have to get the next tier of energy hatch to upgrade that, which is another thing that we should start working on. All right, so this was running at like 8 million. Now it's running at 200. All right, I think that recipe that it's doing now is 160 seconds, and I think that is Actually don't know which recipe it's actually doing. I think it's doing the superconductors is what I think it's doing. I wish you could tell. That's like one thing I kind of wish. Like if there's a bunch of different things in there, I wish you could kind of... I wish you could tell. Yeah. Alright, cool. So that is doing those. I should probably upgrade that. But as you can see, it's doing like 24 crafts at a time, isn't it? So 24 crafts in 40 seconds. Actually, let me upgrade that to a super bus. Because now... Oh shoot, I don't have any super buses. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait, because if I do that, I need the assembler. And I have a feeling it probably won't work. I could just like pause it really quick. Like tell it not to put... Oh, I can't. Because that's going directly in there. Yeah, if I remove this stuff, it's just gonna put the new one in. I do think that's... I have a feeling it's being gated by this, like, it can do more, I think. Alright, maybe I should cancel that. Let me cancel this. That's annoying. It's such a complicated craft, I don't really want to cancel it. But I do want it to speed up. So how do I want to do this? Maybe... I know. I'll pull that recipe out. I am a little curious why there is just one... Oh. I thought it was just the pump, but apparently it has the other stuff in it. Alright, yeah, let me do this, and we will... Oh, it was probably stuck... That's probably what it was. It was probably stuck in the assembler. But it had room for the pump, but it didn't have room for these. So that's why I was only showing one, but once it used the other, it put the rest in. That's probably... It was probably in there. That's probably what it was. And let me... While we're here, actually, I'll let it clear out the... I'll let it clear out all the wraps and stuff. Man, that's crafting 92 of those. I may have accidentally voided some. Shoot. When I was messing with the power. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, there is the super bus. Let's just watch this together and see. So it was doing 24 at a time before. And here now, this shouldn't... This is the same recipe, so it should work. Yeah. So now it has 124 in there. I could even do a bigger one. It's like... Not voiding. I actually don't know what it's... I don't know what it's doing. Because if it was voiding, it would turn off. Well, now I don't know. The liquid helium. I need to get that sorted. I've been putting it off for, like, ever. Do those require liquid helium? I thought they required helium or Not the base. This one. I thought they were required either or. Yeah. Oh! I know. I know. I forgot to put the number down. That's what it was. Alright, so I do have liquid and... Right? It was a 9, wasn't it? Yeah. So there is both in there. There we go. 40 seconds. I didn't actually see how much it pulled out of there. Okay, liquid helium is the next thing I need to do. I didn't want to do it on the vacuum freezer, because then it would just be running constantly. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how I want to go about doing that. Let's just see this really quick. And I love how I have stuff running at like 300 million, like it's nothing. 125 to 83, so that did 42. That's doing 42 crafts at a time for our superconductors. Yeah, 42 of those at once. That's awesome. All right, let this keep running. This is actually going faster than I thought it would. We are crafting up 1,500 fusion coil blocks because we need 500 of these, and we're already down to... We're already up to 389. Yeah, we are crafting these up so quick. I thought that was going to go much slower, actually, but yeah, we're crafting up 1,500 of these at once. But now that I've sped this thing up, looking good. It looks like the circuits might be the slowest bit now. So we're back to circuits. The good thing about this, the way I've set it up with the subnet, is I can just expand it if I want. I can just add more. Another one on top. Make crystal circuits even faster. Alright, it's actually being gated by the ender fluid conduits as well. I don't think it can insert it fast enough into the thing. Now, I don't remember how I'm doing this, but I am going to... Aren't we doing this... Didn't I set up helium in our space elevator? I feel like we did a space elevator for helium. We filled water. Yeah, helium. Ah! Yeah, it's being gated by that. Alright. Also, I should switch this to a giant input hatch. There's no point to not use the giant ones. Alright, so helium, definitely an issue. Alright, so I'll work on this. Also, I'm going to... Since we're not using these freezers anymore, it's all going to the souped up laser vacuum freezer. I'm going to use these to produce helium. Liquid helium, I think. Also, I have a little bit of an issue right here, because I used to have bedrockium ingots and whatever, but I removed those, but I kind of forgot to turn this part off. So we have a bunch of random stuff that's ended up in there. Because that was just that was like a blank storage bus. So I'm just going to, man, this is the most random stuff ended up in there. What happens with a blank storage bus? That is one of the reasons I always try to, even if I don't really need a storage bus, like if it's on like a subnet and there's only ever going to be one thing, I still like having it set. So stuff like that doesn't happen. So input hatch, I guess. All right. Since we're using our assembler, although we might be finishing up with... We're almost finished with that, actually. And then us. This will be input or output hatch. I think I probably want... I don't want it going... I don't want it running continuously. I do want it to... I just want a... like a... oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? I do want like a supply, but I don't want it running continuously. Yeah, I guess we'll do LUV. I'm mostly doing LUV. This is usually, but I'm like, I guess I could just do giant hatches, but... Alright, so... what do I want to do? Do I need... I kind of need helium. Man, I probably need to get... If I want to do this properly, I should just get a tank. Alright, let me set this up. I've done this 50 million times. We don't want to see this, and we'll come back. Alright, gone ahead and upgraded this, so I don't need this anymore. It is much quicker using the cryogenic ones. I'm just going to break that. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. Also, this one is done. I'll break that so I remember. And then this one is done as well. All right, and I'll break those down. I'm slowly getting around to doing this, but a lot of this I just didn't feel like breaking all my stuff, so I didn't. All right, I think with that we should have all the parts that we need now. I did get the UHV energy hatches that we want. Input hatches. I did get some more glass. Oh, I put it there. Because I want this to form, but I don't want it to put input hatches every single which way. Like, I know for sure I don't want them up here. I kind of just want them underneath. I was also thinking, I'm like, I probably could just do the whatchamacallits, the quad input hatches. I've never actually done that on the fused reactor. I don't know if they work, but they usually seem to work. I'm just breaking all these because I want to manually place these input hatches, because otherwise I won't know where the inputs are and the outputs for my A system. So I'm just going to do that, and then place input hatches and energy hatches. I do need some output hatches. Don't know if that works. Actually, yeah, we'll test that. And then maybe, I don't know, let's just, I use these, might as well just craft some up. All right, so I think we are set here to start building this thing. This is and I never get tired of seeing that move. I know I say it every time, but It's totally true. Probably hold almost all these inventory. All right, I'm gonna move that. I'll probably need some more of those. I don't think I crafted enough, but oh, forgot. Actually, let me move a couple of these over until I get all the coils going as well. Is that gonna fit? All right, cool. And like I've said a few times, I don't like having that pulling directly from a system. All right, so let's get this going. Wow, it's building 125 blocks at once. Usually it's only 25, but man, that is cool. Look how cool that looks. All right, this may be my new favorite. This may be my new favorite multi-block. Just pull the coils down. And then we'll figure out the input hatch situation. And imagine trying to place this manually. That would be crazy. Also, I'm really glad it does 125 blocks at once as opposed to 25. It definitely lags. All right, so we can see I am definitely short on the things. So let me... Oh, also it did place the things over it. I don't know how many we need. 300? 200? Yeah, let's just do 300. I'm sure we'll use them. Yeah, so it did place, I think the hatches go like here. That's cool. So it does act kind of similar to the other one, the regular fusion reactor. Okay, 300 actually wasn't enough. I had to craft up. I crafted up 200 more, so it was a short, just a few. But I did get the multi-block complete. It doesn't say complete, but the auto building, it is complete. So we need input hatches, output hatches, and energy hatches. I gotta look at the thing to see where... Yeah. So, I believe... like right here. Yep. So there is the energy hatches. Let's see if these work. I'm assuming it would, because it does say they work. Yeah. Alright, so they did change. Let's actually try the laser as well. Do I have any laser? I don't have any of the big ones. I don't know if I want it running... Oh, it needs to be the correct tier, doesn't it? Like, I don't necessarily want it running at 500 million. That's a bit too high. But I don't think ZPM would work. Let's... We don't need to use lasers. I'm just kind of curious if... I guess what I'm trying to say is the laser 256, like the UHV in there somewhere. Will that count as 256 hatches? I guess that's what I was trying to say. What does... Alright, it hasn't formed yet. I need to get it formed. So why don't we... let's just put 2 input hatches. Also, I should test quad. Let me grab quad input hatch. I don't know if I mentioned, but I upgraded our co-processing to 256. I didn't do 4,000, but each of them have 256 now. All right, so input hatches, and then let me just throw one up here, output hatch. I just want to get this like saying, hey, we formed. Does this work? Is that considered a UV hatch? It doesn't look like it, does it? No, I don't think that works. This work? It should change. Yep. So we got the energy hatches, 2 input hatches, output hatch. It should be formed. Yep. All right. So it is formed. Capacity. Oh, okay. So these energy hatches only count as 1 energy hatch. All right. So I am going to have to craft up more. I don't need to supply them with power. I just need them for capacity. So I need like 30 more. And wait, I need UHV, don't I? Yep, I need UHV. All right, this is going to take me a second, but I have made our thing run much quicker. So this actually shouldn't take too long. It's usually the superconductor wires that take forever, but I have gone ahead and upgraded our liquid helium, and I've upgraded our assembler too. I've just removed regular helium. We should be good with only using liquid helium now. All right, gonna get this. The last of the energy hatches. I said I don't think we're going to be powering them all, but they're there. Did I put that in the right spot? Yeah, I did. Cool. So we should be complete. Yes. So output hatch, input hatches. I just need to power it, and this is totally separate. I'm probably just going to move this as soon as thought I had more. Crafting up 40 superconductor wires. Yeah, I'm just gonna connect it from here, but I am gonna move this because I'm gonna redo this bit under here. I think I'm going to... I do have plans to redo a lot of this stuff, actually. My wiring underneath for a lot of these places. I've realized it's easier just to bring in like a transformer and then branch off the transformer as needed. So for example, like this one is UHV, but if I had a UV or LUV, I could just do a different dynamo. Just branch off it directly instead of trying to run it all the way from the main line. I think that it just makes it easier. Okay. There we go. Should be getting power. Yeah, and there is our 640 million. We can't get any more. That is a full 32 energy hatches. All right, so let me quickly, before we wrap up, I'm just going to throw, I guess, tin plasma in there just to see it. I want to get it running. I don't remember where I was going. So I'm just going to pull that out of there. Are we running low on... Like, are we running low on helium? Looks like we are. Did we... Alright, that's a bit surprising. Because that's been running for... I don't know how long. Alright, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Oh, I know. I'm pumping that. It's not on a... It's on an actual pump. And it's probably running out. It's probably draining out the thing, but it's just... Since it's slowly dropping down, it's finally made it to, like... It's just a little bit negative, but it's going more and more negative. Alright. It's not actually going through here. It's being pulled directly... Yeah, you can see this isn't filling up. Being pulled directly from the thing. I need to sort that. But before we do that, let's do that, that, and turn this on. We should get tin plasma out of it. Yep. Oh. That, that was a bit of an issue. You saw we're not feeding it enough power. So, oh. Nope. It went through all the helium. I don't think we were feeding enough power, though. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I thought that would have been enough, but maybe not. With the multiple. So if it's like 192 parallel, maybe that's not enough. Alright, I am going to craft up the laser, and we'll try that next episode. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.